Hey everybody, XCI here for a Let's Play of Dragon Age 2. Here we have Duskhawk, we have Aveline, Varric, Bethany with an awesome idle animation again, and down there somewhere we have Meryl in one of those homes, I think over there. Okay, we are on our way out of this part of the city. I want to investigate more of the city, but I feel like I need to go here, but I do want to just be aware of things maybe triggering. No? Great. I want to go to Varric. I want to go to the bar. Since that fell on us a little, not a little sooner. It was the first kind of companion-y thing we had to do. I just didn't roam around the city investigating everything I could. I sort of went to Sundermount and took care of the Flemeth quest because Dusk would have felt an obligation to do that, and so I did. We are going to go to the Hangman. Am I messing something up? Because the Hangman is accessed through Lowtown, and I'm in Lowtown, and oh my god, I can't believe I just did that buffoonery. Okay, so let's get back into Lowtown. Let's look for the Hangman. I probably hovered over it too last episode and didn't even notice it. The Hangman. Well, dang it. Okay, well let's do lefts, because lefts will get me through all of this and then into there. Alright, I don't know what I was talking about. What is a slide shoot? Is that what is this for? Oh, I think it's a legitimate, it's for shipping. That's a cool little detail because, or for people who can't walk. Yeah, it totally is a conveyor for shipping. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Just small little detail there. That is just so cool. Well, what can you do? Job's got to get done. Let's go spindle wheel. What? Okay. Spindle weed. It is an old country saying that spindleweed grows best for the sorrowful. Verdant spindleweed in a household's garden has often brought neighbors offering consolation, usually without even asking what might be wrong. This originates from the plant's use as a seasoning for dishes meant to speed the recovery of the infirm. A person who grows much of it is likely caring for the fatally ill. Look at that. And by Innis there, Innis Arancia, botanist from Awakening. Oh, also, I believe I said something wrong last time. I mentioned that the library was in the Awakening. No, it was in Witch Hunt. Hey guys, anything to say? No? You guys look like you have conversation.
Memory of monsters, I keep saying. Maybe now that they've nabbed his boy, the Viscount will do something about them.
Oh, the Canary kidnapped the Viscount's boy? Oh, I guess all the lads look like Connor, because that looks like Connor with black hair. I think it's just a design thing. We have an armor stand here, which I'm thinking is a shop. Let's go in here first. That looks like a hatch to some adventure if I've ever seen one. I do have to level again, which is crazy. All of them. I have to. Okay, well, let's do that now. Leveling all of you. Now, I need to increase dexterity for some items I have to 24. I had 5 points remaining. Did I mess something up at some point? I don't know why I got 5 points there, but that's great. Okay, so next time I'll increase dexterity just to get that way. So I was talking about this last episode where sometimes you'll find things and it sort of motivates you, informs you to take certain attributes so you can get the benefits of the item. I thought I was going to go cunning higher than dexterity with Hawk, but for now I'm going to get the 24 dexterity, then I'm going to go back to cunning because I want that dagger or whatever it was. Got these two things right here I'll deal with in a second. First, let's see what Lacerate is. While this mode is active, it's a mode because of the hexagon. Any attack from the rogue's deadly blades offers a chance to inflict bleeding wounds. So bleeding wounds is cool. We have Perforate. Backstab now cools down more quickly. I like the idea of just focusing on something right now. 3 points from... Oh, maybe I leveled up twice and I got 3 points and then it's 2 points from level 6. I don't know. Let's round off willpower for some mana. Confirm. And for your magic, I can go down the frost tree, which I'm not going to do right now. Arcane is tempting. I don't know if I should go down the creation tree with her so quickly. I've got the greater heals. I got Heroic Aura, I think is cool, and it's a mode. I don't think she has a mode yet. She doesn't have a sustained mode, does she? No. So you know what? I'm going to give her a bit of a support thing. What's this one again? Entropy. Hex of Torment. Curses the enemy. Horror. I don't want her going down that track from an art. Like, it's just thematically, I don't. Mind Blast is pretty safe. Arcane Shield. Elemental Weapons. Crushing Prison. That's a pretty cool one. Done with certain combos. Okay, I'm gonna give her another support. I'm gonna give her Heroic Aura. Yes. I'm sure I won't regret anything. Let's go Strength. And then Constitution. Let's go Constitution to 20. Let's confirm. Let's check out what weapon and shield options we have. Scatter. The warrior clears a forward arc. Throwing enemies back. Love it. And then we have Pummel. Shield Bash can be used more frequently, and enemies slammed by the warrior shield are now staggered. I also like that. Because it's a build on Shield Bash already. I like this too, though. Let's go with Pummel. And then for Varric, let's go... Willpower gives you stamina. He's a tough one, because I mean, I feel like just doing dexterity and maybe getting Constitution there. Let's just do that for now. Confirm. Let's see what Bianca has for you. Yes, Hail of Arrows. Yes, Hail of Arrows. Wait, what's this one? Rapid Pinning Shot. Nope, Hail of Arrows. Hail of Arrows. A little bit. Ooh. It's funny that doesn't show you a number. It just shows you like more or less where it falls. It feels like it's in the middle. I feel like I've done more than that. Let's keep going left. Foundry District. Rubble. I'm sure that would light up as something I could interact with if it was interactable. Nothing here. We go. Do you want to get Meryl on the team? I want to get Meryl on the team, but I like these three. From a story perspective, I feel like these are the three you'd hang out with in a city. Maybe Meryl, because getting, to be friends with her might be a reason to bring her along, but I don't know who I'd swap out. Maybe my sister, keep my sister at home with the mother. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, Sergeant Joanna.
You hear about the Amaranthine traitors?
Who?
Who?
Some harebrained nobles in Amaranthine were conspiring against the Warden Commander.
Oh my gosh.
A truly stellar idea, if you know anything about him.
That's awesome.
We caught most of the conspirators, but a few fled by sea and came here. We're offering a bounty.
That's amazing.
Sounds like the Warden Commander could be deposed if he's not careful.
True. The Amaranthine nobles are still a trifle upset about the whole burning down of their city.
Whoa, so
but
this happens after
the
it.
rural nobles think the Warden Commander can do no wrong.
This happens after Awakening, but before Awakening is done. No, after Awakening, but before Witch Hunt. Because Witch Hunt, he leaves. Xander leaves.
And the city guard is all right with me killing foreign nobles?
We tried getting permission. Lots of bowing, lots of flowery phrases, and a great deal of nothing from the Viscount. I came here to do a job. So if the Viscount gets his precious feelings hurt, he can take it up with the Warden Commander.
Tell me what I need to know.
Does it have money?
Here's a list of names and descriptions. Anytime you end one of the bastards, let me know and I'll reward you. Better act fast though. We're looking for them too.
I mean, it's sort of dark, but at the end of the day, it's pseudo legit, and it's for the benefit of the Warden Commander. I mean, it's not like Dusk has some sort of loyalty to Xander, but he knows of the stories. He knows of he would think the Grey Wardens were an important thing, so he's not doing anything wrong. He's not doing anything wrong. Here we go, Hangman. Oh. Okay. A full room of stuff. So, gather your party. Oh, is that in every major area? Oh, cool. And it's cool that it's been in taverns, because going for drinks, so you gather your party. Just in case you need someone in these rooms. That's cool. I'd clean up that blood, though. It's not really good for making it inviting for newcomers. Ravane. Nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium nor the streets of Orzammar, have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravane. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Qunari left most of the country zealous followers of the Khun, but resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Qunari war. The Ravani refuse to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating this with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. That's weird, strange. That's strange. The chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. Brother Genitivi. So again, that's like a weird human-centric definition of what's allowed and not allowed. If the Qunari have a way to do that and sort of keep it under control with their seer women, the wise women, who are these other cultures to say they're doing something wrong?
Hero of Ferelden?
Yes. Why?
What makes a hero a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
Yeah, you sure
I
could.
bet you couldn't. I'll bet you a dozen ales.
What? Well, now I'm gonna show you.
Dude. Don't. Order. Oh, order. I was like, order of the drink. Yes. Straight up, huh? You know what you're trying to forget there, and I didn't. But thank you.
So, I noticed some notes on the table the other day. Interesting work you got there.
I'm doing a little writing.
What's a speed griffin? Do they zip around Thedas, terrorizing Darkspawn with their lightning reflexes? Speed griffin. Good one.
Is that a reference to... I know there's a book called Flight of the Griffins or Flight of something. That's the book I didn't get yet. I got all the other ones after playing the game. Needed them. I wonder if that's a joke. Oh, I could just talk to him in my party. That was foolish.
Here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
That's a funny comment. Yeah.
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
Oh, not the Grey Warden. Not the Warden Commander. It's like, if they did that, that would be awesome. Okay, how can...
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time.
Grey Warden in that.
And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
Do we run into a Grey Warden? The only Grey Warden, it'd be the ones from Awakening, right? Oh! Could it be?
Are there any other options?
None at the moment. Bartrand had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust. I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
We don't want trouble with the Grey Wardens.
Be a little
do we?
cautious.
Let's look at our options first. I'd rather not fight a warden unless we have to. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other
Especially if it's a dwarf.
refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
I wonder if it's Ogren. Varric's Friendship. Quest Deep Roads Expedition. Click. Okay, according to Varric, the expedition needs a way into the Deep Roads before it can go anywhere. Well, I think I need 50 gold before I can do anything I thought. So, Wayward Son, speak to Trask in the Gallows Courtyard or Vincenzo in the Lowtown Market. I'll probably speak to Vincenzo. Oh, during the day. It does tell you a time of... The day matters. That's awesome. Tranquility. Seek out a Grey Warden for help in the Deep Roads expedition. Varric heard that one is wandering as a healer somewhere. As a healer. A shopkeep named Laren in Lowtown. May have more info. Alright. Alright. Let's keep looking around. I don't know where you took me there, Varric, but it doesn't look like there's anything to I don't want to use the word steal, but sort of steal. Okay, let's look at the borrow. Borrow's a better word. Here, let's see. I'm just looking for books to read, like that right there. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to look in here and see what's going on. I don't know whose stuff I'm stealing here. I do feel sort of guilty, but I don't. I need money. It was abandoned. This is an empty room that I'm just doing cleanup crew for the inn. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 1. It's difficult for many to comprehend today, but there was a time when Kirkwall was believed to be the very edge of the world. It was Emirius, then, named after the founder Magister Emirius Cravan, and it was but one outpost on the very fringe of the Tevinter Imperium. There the Magister serfs worked the quarries and for the jetstone needed for the mighty temples of Minrathos. After a slave rebellion nearly burned the temple to the ground in the great city, it was determined that a center for the slave trade would need to be established well away from the more civilized parts of the Imperium. Though this account may be exaggerated, since the notorious Archon Venarius Asar narrowly escaped assassination at the hands of an elven slave at the time. Because a new slave outpost would become wealthy beyond imagining, competition among prospects reportedly took over 20 years to resolve, resulting in the great bloodshed in the frontier, well away from the Archon's eyes. Magister took arms against Magister, mostly in the form of small armies of serfs and mercenaries. Over half the slaves in existence allegedly died in these battles before Emirius was finally chosen, thanks to the marriage of Craven's son to the Archon's daughter. Within a mere decade, the mighty fortress was erected on the cliffs where Kirkwall now stands. Over 1 million slaves passed through its gates before the Imperium eventually fell, an unimaginable number by today's standards. The Craven family itself became patrons of the next 3 Archons and was one of the driving forces behind the extension of the Imperial Highway into the Ferelden Valley, a move that would cost them considerable political influence after the resistance of the Alamari tribes. During its height, Emirius was a jewel to rival the mightiest of the imperial cities and the greatest center of civilization outside Tevinter. From Kirkwall, the City of Chains by Brother Genetivi. Updated. Well, that was from a quest. This is why I have to go into these, because people have lost these things and they want them back. An old shawl embroidered with a family name, a Tevinter symbol of femininity, and the crest of the bluing rose. Alright, I guess I gotta take that somewhere. The conspirators. Hunt down the Amaranthine conspirators hidden throughout the city. They are wearing red amaranthine finery. When a conspirator is killed, see Sergeant Joanna in Lowtown to receive a reward. So this is actually, it's not after Awakening, it's during Awakening. I wonder if I'm gonna get a trigger to like know when, like what parts of Awakening that are happening, like where we are in the timeline. It's cool that Dusk might, and his team might have, not his, the companions, whatever. I don't think Dusk is a leader per se, but it'd be fun if they had a hand in like throwing something off. Pretty cool. Barrel. Amulet. Which I should do that because I have a bunch of crap. Oh, I would have missed this. Maleficarum. It has been asked, what are Maleficarum? How shall we know them? I have been as troubled by this question as you. You have come to me for the wisdom of the Maker, but none have seen the Maker's heart, save beloved Andraste. And so I have done as all mortals must, and looked to the words of his prophets for answers, and there I found respite from a troubled mind. For she has said to us, magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Therefore I say to you, they who work magic which dominates the mind and hearts of others, they have transgressed the Maker's laws. Also Our Lady said to us, those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. And so it is made clear to me, as it should be to us all, that magic which fuels itself by harming others by letting of blood is hated by the Maker. Those mages who honor the Maker and keep his laws we welcome as our brothers and sisters, by imprisoning them in the circle towers. That was Xander's thinking. Not it. Those who reject the laws of the Maker and the words of his prophet are apostate. They shall be cast out and given no place among us. And that's where everything sort of breaks for me, because those mages who honor the Maker and keep his laws we welcome as brothers and sisters. So the character I have in the prologue, in the prologue series, I created a character called Somley Kane, and yes, that character is in the circle. But my original concept for that Somley Kane is that, and it, like D&D, like pre, like any of this thinking, but it's that he would be an apostate, but he's a believer in Andraste, like a very strong, firm believer in Andraste. That would be the counterpart for what I believed in. He believed in the Phoenix, which was the Phoenix of life and rebirth and death and stuff like that, and he was a necromancer. So yes, he would do all of those things, and he would do all of the apostate magic in the name of Andraste. And that's where this breaks down, because he would have given himself to Andraste and to the Maker and all of their laws, and yet he'd be considered an apostate and would be cast out and given no place among us. And that's where everything breaks down. Because you can't have a mage who's a believer in the Maker and the laws of the Maker and Andraste, etc., 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 and be free. You cannot have that. They have to go to the circle, and they have to be bound by the laws of man. And that's where Xander's deduction of all of that, and the players, that's where it breaks down. It's because he would believe, because maybe it's because he's an elf, like as a Dalish, like the Maker didn't enforce all these laws, humans did with their chantries and their Templars, and so he would not back that up. And it's fun, I hope you guys don't mind that I get to talk a little bit about Xander, because I'm still getting into the lore, right? And I played Xander for so long now that I get this opportunity that as I get this this richer law.
To be noble, right?
By some definition of the term.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got all those things. It's sunnier here, and nobody calls me my lord. I think I can live with that.
Yeah, and so now that I'm getting deeper into the lore, I get this opportunity of going like, what would Xander think? What would Xander do? Like, and it allows me to give you a bit of a difference of like the personality difference between a Xander and a Dusk as we go along. For those of you who have followed Origins.
What? You think I'm made of coin?
Can't do anything about you asking for money there, buddy. Okay, let's leave the city. Oh, we get to jump around, huh? Back to Lowtown. I hope it made sense. I think I rambled on. I got distracted a couple times, but in any case, it gets for good conversation while LPing to be able to go back to those other games.
I couldn't get you more information about the circle,
add more
Bethany.
context.
It's difficult without naming you.
Thank you for being discreet. I don't want the Templars at my door.
No one does.
Let them corral the troublemakers. I just want information.
Right.
It sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, doesn't it?
I wouldn't have said, but yes.
That's all I need to hear. I don't want Templars at my door. I mean, I think Bethany's willing to go to the circle, but she's not.
More trouble than commerce in this place.
I bring you a priceless treasure from the highest heights of Mount Davarus' travel. A pouch of Andraste's ashes.
Oh,
Verified
interesting.
by the scholar Genitivi. These ashes cure any ailment.
This guy's
and provides virility in
bullshitting.
more intimate matters. Do I have a volunteer?
I'll try.
Just a small pinch, Sarah. There you go.
My
okay.
It's
Totally a con.
Cured by the Maker.
That's enough.
Oh,
Clear out, you
I was like, are you gonna do something, Sergeant? That's fun.
Every coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the Carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
The Carter, huh? Thought the Carter was just an Orzammar. Did I forget something? All right. All right. Well, I gotta sell a bunch of stuff, and I gotta see some things. So I might take some time here and cut around this. Yeah, I'll be right back. Whoa, it's crazy. I just noticed that all of these things that came with the DLC, they're all 5-star items. Like, that is significant. That is crazy. Well then, I'm going to have to do that next. So I'm going to do that right now, actually. I'm going to back out. Got to go into inventory. I'm going to see what these people have here. I'll be right back and just give you an update. Okay, I pretty much got everything up to date here. I got some more junk items to sell. It's starting to look foolish, and I'm hoping that this helmet does not stay on the character when we get out of this screen. It doesn't really look roguish, but this Sir, it's not preventing me from putting on this, what I think is heavier armor. I mean, look at Sir Isaac's armor, man. So this is like me all loaded up with the Sir Isaac stuff, right? Except for the boots, which, there you go. There's Sir Isaac stuff, which looks like pretty tanky, not so nimble. So from an RP perspective, it's sort of breaking me, but it is much better armor. So I have a hard time not doing it, but I hope I can turn this helmet off. Anyways, and then from here we have the Antivan Garou. So we have critical chance up, critical damage up, immunity to flanking. We have Arlathan's Focusing Crystal. So we have stamina increase just to get the powers back faster. We've got the stamina regen to be able to do them more often, and we got the threat generation minimized, which keeps enemies off of me. Then we have Ever's Might here, so plus 18 to attack, plus 3 physical damage because I got 2 blades. It's sort of useful to have that because it's applying to both attacks. And then Band of Stolen Shadows, dexterity bonus, regen bonus, disarm trap, lockpick bonus. That one's a pretty straightforward, self-explanatory thing. And then this is just armor, and I mean, look at the helmet. It's a critical damage bonus, man. And it requires dexterity, so it's not like... It's like it requires dexterity to be able to be wielded. It just doesn't feel very dusky. Moving on. We updated the staff here. Staff of Parthalan. Plus the magic, plus the mana, and then fire damage, which is an obvious... What is this? Oh, that's like some bonus that comes in the game that you guys have talked about. Okay, and then we have the belt here, plus the armor, just to help her a little bit out with in the armor department. Fire resistance goes up, nature resistance goes up, enemies drop better equipment. Now, I don't have... I didn't have much left to put on her. Physical damage she's not going to use, and everyone else sort of took the other belts that made more sense. So we have Dura's Blue Flame for the amulet, plus 23 to attack. I'm guessing that counts for the staff attacks, like the fire shots, the range stuff, I think. And fire damage goes up, so of course I'm going to put that on her. We got the Ring of the Magister, plus the 6 to mana. Fire damage goes up. And then we have the Hawk Family Crest. It was a Hawk item, so I gave it to one of the Hawks. It's defense and armor goes up and immunity to knockback. So she will keep casting spells. She can't get interrupted, at least from knockback. With Aveline, we got the Fade Shear here, so an upgrade to her damage. So 9 physical damage now, and it makes it better against demons and undead, but it's the improves with level up that I was like, I'm putting this on a character because I want to know what that means. I'm guessing that plus 11 goes up. It's not that new abilities get added, but that it gets better against demons and undead. I'm okay with that, but I'm also going to keep around just an extra... Oh, I've already put it in junk. Oh, well, maybe I'll find some other drop. I'm guessing this will probably get replaced at some point, but I'll carry it because it's a specific item against demons and undead, and I'll swap it in maybe when it's relevant. We have the irons here for the belt. Plus 1 constitution, plus 7 health, and then a bunch of resistances, because she's going to be the tank. Ivo Family Crest, health, armor. And then we have Air of Confidence, willpower for stamina regen, and plus 7 health. Just more health, more tanky stuff. And finally we have Varric, nothing with the crossbow. We have a belt here, plus 18 to attack, plus 9 defense, drops more coins. I don't know if that applies, like if we have these on... different characters, if it applies on group drops or if it has to be on the main like a Dusk, I don't know, but anyways, I want it for the attack and the defense. And we have a pendant of the Morning Frost here, plus 7% physical damage, cold resistance, enemies drop better equipment. I feel like he's the kind of guy who would be able to get coin and equipment from like encounters. Like he just knows where to go to find these things. And then we have the Ring of Whispers, +1 to cunning and +1% attack speed. Attack speed, crossbow, range. I figure anything that increases attack speed from range is good. So there you go. And then again, enemies drop more coins, because I felt like if there had to be a default for that kind of ability, that's where it was going to go.
You want daggers? Got them too.
Let's go back in here. Let's go to junk. I love that you can just sort these things while you're working on characters. Like, oh, that's done, and then bah, done. So now we've emptied out our packs a little bit more. I hope to find backpack. I'm going to assume it's backpacks that open up space here too, but I need those ASAP. I didn't even look at the gear yet because, oh, I already got 20 gold though. Holy smokes. It's ramping up pretty fast. I haven't looked at anything in the stores. A, I don't want to waste the time right now. B, I'm okay with just doing drops and not dealing with that until I got to move on to some new area. And then I will, I'll do some shopping beforehand. Let's go this way first because this closes itself off. It's great. Great crate, thank you. And then let's go return some found items.
Will everyone please just step back? My mother's in labor. The baby's come early. Can anyone help her? I'll send word to the healer, but
My son's hurt bad. Can't overturned on him in the blasted bone pit.
everyone in your turn. I promise we have donations coming in. There will be food and medicine for all of you.
Let's see what this is. Is it a bunch of orphans, like just taking my money and alcohol? Leave, don't, oh, I wonder what that means. And I wonder, oh, now I don't know. I sort of need the money too, and I feel like Dusk would give things. I would like to know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave first. I would like to know that this is a legit practice, like nothing shady's happening here. So let's talk to Lyrene.
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl.
No, I think I found something.
We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey
Wrong
Warden
quest.
I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
It's a he.
Well, he's not
The
now.
hell?
And busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
So it's not,
Who are you protecting?
You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
he's a mage?
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out
Could
for
it
some
be?
purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
We would never turn someone over to the Templars, mistress. Never.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
Oh, snap.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
If this mage is an apostate, the Templars will find him.
No maid should suffer for an accident of birth.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer, look for the lit lantern.
Snap.
If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
Is there
Oh.
any flour? We've been out for a week.
That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's why am I here? Oh, I was just gonna check to see if there was legit business going. Well, I guess I'm going to leave something. I have to think it does. Oh god, I am running around with that helmet. Wow, it looks all strangely futuristic too. No. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Bye-bye, helmet. Thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
My mother.
Okay,
Don't let her
just
lose
look for the lit lantern. 5 gold it is. 200 XP. Well, got XP for it at least. I mean, that's not why. I feel like Dusk would, because he'd understand what it would be like to kind of need things and people needing help and stuff like that. So, and he might.
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town, and it ain't gonna happen to him.
Are they protecting him? Ooh, I can. Okay, hold on. Sure.
Look, we're Ferelden's just trying to keep out of the Templar's sight, same as you.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our King Alistair.
Oh snap, holy smokes. That's amazing. So that could have gone south? Maybe? That would have been a disappointing turn of events. No, I don't want to look at anything. I don't want... Wait, do I have junk already? Yes, I do. Okay, moving on. Oh, snap. Leave area. Oh, Vincento. Should I do this now? Sure, let's do a couple more things.
Sarah. You look like a man who'd be
He isn't
interested
an
in the
elf.
finest Antivan steel to grace his hand. I bring only the best northern
I
merchandise
thought you can
to the
have
three
half-breeds.
marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
Adopted?
Son? I have never had that privilege, Sarah. My poor wife, she's back in Antiva and cannot see me often with my travels.
Please, Sarah. I know you must fear for Fainriel, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sarah. You'll find no better friend to
Ooh,
a
I
young,
like that.
scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
Yeah, but he's kind of
The
dangerous.
boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
He sent him to Samson.
Why would a Templar help him?
His conscience plagues him. Having served the Templars too long,
Interesting.
he now helps mages on the run.
Interesting.
He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
Another one of those triggers. Wayward Son. Yeah, I did see something over here. Valley copy leaflet. Oh my gosh, there's so many more things to do here. I don't know how much time I killed in that merchant. Here, let's go to the copy leaflet. Take back our streets. Ferelden refugees, Canary soldiers, who next? Tevinter slavers, snatching children out of our beds? This ends now. Send a message that Kirkwallers will not accept this. We must band together to drive foreign waste from our doorstep. Reclaim the free marches for the marchers. If you care about our future, join the friends of Kirkwall. Reclaim our city. It's crazy that this game came out years before what we're dealing with today. Very interesting. Okay, I mean, it's always kind of happened in our world. But anyways, Kirkwall, Lowtown. Lowtown sits in a massive cauldron-shaped pit that, I love that description, that was once Kirkwall's first quarry. The district was constructed by slaves who carved the city and its harbor out of the rock. Today, Lowtown is a labyrinth of shantytowns, corridors, and hexagonal courtyards, hexes in the local parlance. I didn't notice that. Lowtown's poorest live in caves hewn out of the cliff face. The district is shoddily built and bears scars caused by collapsing walls. Foundry smoke smothers the area. Only a cold winter storm clears the air, but the icy wind howling over the mouth of the old mine shafts hardly counts as relief. Occasionally, these Darktown shafts erupt from gouts of foul air known as choke damp. It's not uncommon to find whole slums silently suffocated, frozen in the midst of everyday activity. The walls surrounding Lowtown are highest by the harbor. Its busiest streets lead up to Hightown, where the wealthiest Kirkwallers perch. When one stands in Lowtown, all one sees other than the rocky walls is Hightown. It glitters overhead, always in sight, yet always beyond reach. Brother Jenna TV. Okay, let's finish this section off. Lady Elegant.
My.
Ooh.
If it isn't Hawk.
Good to see you again.
You know me?
Lady Elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ.
Okay.
Things have been going well since then?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Okay then. So order potions. I have crafting station. Okay, for oh, look at that. Oh, that's fun. I don't need you right now. Thank you, crafting station. I thought she was gonna take. I think I've been calling those things reagents, by the way. Reagents. My bad. I thought she was gonna take some of those like things we were finding, like the plant. Oh. That would trigger those codaxes. He's got a bunch of stuff too. I will look at it sometime later. Thank you. Elvin Vinter. We found a box.
I thought this was lost to us. Like so many other things. My gratitude.
Wow. Dusk is a cool dude. Just going around giving people their things back. Actually, this is a cool little stairwell. The player in me is like, if I was exploring this area, I'd totally get lost in like these little like area. That's cool. I like the design of this. So I've done what now? I think I did lefts. I've done everything. What's this? Miracle Makers. Oh, the Swindler. So I guess we'll do the Swindler when we come back. I think I've done all of Lowtown. I might be. Yeah, no, Foundry. Yeah, Hangman. Yeah. So cool. We will return. I'm starting to get a sore throat here. I hope it's not a cold that's going to kill my chances at recording more episodes. I need to get ahead of schedule again, but I'm starting to really feel like I have a dry throat coming on or something like that. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be back. I'll probably do 1 or 2 more episodes. Try to get through the city. I like the look of it, and I like the organization of it. So I still only have positive things to say of the game. I haven't really felt anything be repetitious yet, but I think we're still fairly early on in the game. So we shall see. But so far so good. I rate it pretty highly. Shockingly enough, because I was coming at this with very low expectations and I haven't really reached the points that make me change that opinion. Okay guys, don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire. Catch you around soon. Peace everybody.